Hey, Terry.
Hey, how are you?
Girl, my cheeks are actually hurting.
Ah,
It's
you've been laughing too
funny.
much.
Yeah, I've been laughing too much. It's so funny. Okay, I don't know what you know about the year of the snake, and I guess tomorrow is it tomorrow's the new moon?
Wednesday.
So we're heading towards the new moon, and we're headed for Chinese New Year, and it's the year of the snake now. A lot of talk about changing and changing skins. That's what we were
Shedding your
talking about
skin.
today.
Yeah,
Shedding
yeah.
shedding old skin. And some of that, and I was in my anatomy class today, and some of that of the shedding the skin was really same thing we always talk about. I feel like it's pinky in the brain. What are we going to talk about? Same thing every week. Letting shit go. Right? Like, but to the point where you're not no longer using your pain or the past as your identity so that you can claim this new thing, which was so timely because this weekend, the vision board class, is coming. And now what I was talking to some ladies about was giving your new reputation goal. And it just went together that if you were going to build this new reputation for yourself, build a new identity for yourself, what parts of your old identity do you want to keep and which parts do you want to let go of and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you had something to say about that before I get into this second class that I was just in,
Well,
because I'm in class all day.
you know what? I think one of the things that we don't realize is that we're constantly changing our identity. It takes more work to try and stay who we were than to be the person that we're becoming, and so I think we have because if we try and stay the same person we are, we're anchoring ourselves in the past and we're trying to define ourselves from the past. But if we release that, that's me. I'm talking about releasing it or again, but then we evolve. It gives us a new energy. We're open to new energy. It's like, if you're holding on to something, then you can't grasp something new that's coming along because you're holding on too tight to stay where you are. But if you let it go, then you have the ability to get, pull other things into you.
My mind is blown right now because I just looked it up. How long does it take for you to shed a whole layer of skin? And it says 40 days. So
Okay.
now just imagine if you have a scar. It really depends on how deep the scar is, how many layers of skin you need to shed to get rid of this scar. What if you could shed your scars in 40 days? What if we could just be that resilient and change
Hmm.
that quickly and let things go? That would just be amazing if you didn't have to carry around your childhood, your
Hmm.
teenage years, your first dating experience or your marriage. If you could let go of all those like little ouches to
Hmm.
just be the you, because there's this original you that's beautiful you, but now the scars are basically what you're showing people instead of the you that you are
Yeah.
inside, right?
The authentic, the original you. Yeah. Yeah.
Original you. A part of what we do in class is ask for a reset to the creator's blueprint of
Hmm.
your nervous system, of your organs, of you. And imagine if you could embrace the creator's blueprint of the, you know, the original Terry.
Hmm. Well, I've been working on that for a while, so that's all part of when we do these different energy works, when we change timelines, when we do work in the quantum field. This is what we're working towards, opening up to those aspects that we were really meant to be, instead of when we came in through and got stuck in this matrix and collected all of the energies that really don't belong to us, right?
Yeah. I had to
Yeah.
find these pictures you sent me that I don't know. It just that just is mind blowing to me. So it's not that you can't part, the hurt parts. Those are definitely the parts that we have to make sure that we don't direct towards people and lash out to, like we sometimes use that as an excuse to lash out to people. And that's definitely something I've been personally looking at throughout the classes that I've been taking, because we use each other as how do you say, we're to test our own stuff with each other. And there were some really significant points where I could dig back and find, like, oh, because my mother told me when I go to people's houses, don't eat, don't drink, don't ask for anything. Like, I just noticed this about myself. Like, I find it difficult to like go at some to someone's house and just sit or relax or just be. I'm in a hurry to leave. No matter what, like I can love you all I want, but I'm like always in a hurry to leave. But I have these things that have been programmed in me to say don't stay. And I don't know if you know why, but they say don't eat at people's house. I guess because you know how people have a habit of sometimes when they say welcome to my house and be comfortable, and then when you leave they talk about you like, did you see how much she ate? So then I guess this is like a part of the thing that my mom would be like, don't eat at people's houses. You're like, why can't I eat? You know?
So in my culture that I grew up in is as soon as you get to somebody's house, the food is in your and eat, and all the food comes out, and it's like, oh, you're here, and it's just like you go out of there, and it's just like I didn't really want to eat anything. So,
right.
Yeah.
And I've learned that too. Like, especially certain cultures of people.
Yeah.
Like, if I go to an Asian people's house and they
Oh,
offer you something, take it because you do not want to insult them and certain things. But I don't know. And then I had some other things that trigger me to just be extremely not able to sit at someone's house and relax. Like, I've been invited to someone's house before, and then I bought the dish liquid. Now I bought this dish liquid, and the person was like, "You use too much dish liquid." Like they were like criticizing everything I did after they said, "Oh, no, you're welcome. Come stay." And they criticized me, so then it like probably jumped me all the way back to the things that my mom said. That it was like, "Oh, go back to the old program." So just things, but it's like it's okay. You don't have to be this way now. Your friends aren't like now. You're not around people like this now. You don't have to always have your guard up and be in defense. So just little things like that where I'm noticing other people might think that I'm being so weird, but not really knowing like there's these little trigger points and trauma points. And it's like, okay, I can let these go now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm enjoying that.
It's like a little video I saw. I think you even posted it on Facebook the other day about like when you shine your light, there's going to be everything that's going to be attracted to you, right? Everything is going to be attracted to you. Does it mean that you have to engage in everything? And no, you don't. You don't, yeah. So something,
right.
But like
it's not necessarily what you attract, it's what you entertain. So
that's right. It was what you entertain. Like, am I going to play that game? No. I don't need to play that game anymore. Like there's nothing for me to learn from that.
My brother had a good conversation with me about that when I first, retired, and I started really getting into like disclosure type stuff. I would ask him like, why is it people meet me and they try to change me? He was like, you have an amazing light, but even a moth is attracted to the light and it burns the moth, right? So the moth if the moth could turn the light down, it wouldn't it? Like the darkness is still attracted to the light.
That's right.
So I think we even watched this other video that talked about how when someone is approached by an intelligent person, like how it physically it makes them defensive by nature. It offends them. Yeah,
Yeah.
just all these things going on around us that we're not understanding. Like, you're okay. It's not you that you don't need to adjust your light unless you so decide, but you're just going to adjust what you entertain. I like that a lot. So today's class was improv. So we changed a bunch of different skins today. I had an evening class and it was improv. It was so much fun, Terry.
It sounded like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been fun to do.
I know. I wish I could just drag you to class just to be in class.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Anybody has an opportunity to, if you really just want to take a break from being so serious with yourself sometimes, like I think improv would really let you have some fun.
Or actually any acting class will do it, because they play a lot of games, and I know my daughter teaches, and she said,
right.
and she said, when people come into the class, she teaches all ages, but a lot of them are reserved or they're kind of shy. But as they see that everybody else is doing this, then they let it go, and then they're able to just release into it and have fun. And like she says afterwards, because there's all kinds of those really games, like passing a ball around or whatever. So it's just it is a lot of fun. So it can help you to get out of your shell, and just, if you happen to be somebody who is a little bit more reserved, doing these kinds of games with other people, improv or acting, is a fun way to just sort of let go of your stoic energy.
And process some things, because it's so funny. One of the examples, he talked about the script from Dory and the fish, the little thing, and it was like, Nemo's dad was leaving because he thought Nemo was dead, and Dory was, the little fish was, she can only remember things for 1 minute. It irritates me that it's Ellen DeGeneres. That annoys me, the voice part. Like, it's like, but the thing was, she was like, don't leave me. I don't know what to do if you leave, because when I'm around you, I feel like I'm at home when I'm with you. And that thing struck a nerve when he was talking, when he was saying it. It was like, you could tap into whatever your past emotions was. So it's also like this way of dealing with your own emotions, and maybe something that you probably really couldn't say to another person, but maybe now you could actually process it by being in that spot. And it was so funny. After he went through that, he asked me what my favorite song, or a song that's in my head constantly, which is a totally stupid song. It was like a rap song, throw some D's on it, and I've been changing it to throw some cheese on it. But I still had the tears in my eye from the other from the thing he just said about Dory being all alone. And I'm like at the same time laughing at this new thing, because he put me on the spot. And I don't know, it was like I was able to experience like this range of emotions today. And I was like, I don't know what to do, because I'm laughing, but I'm really crying because you just got me with that other little thing that you did. Anyway, that was my day. I had a pretty full day. It was pretty fun.
And it's only Monday.
And oh my God, it's only Monday.
Well, we'll be seeing that. Everybody will be seeing this on Tuesday, but this is, we're recording Monday night. So
yes, because this is my last week of anatomy class. So next week we can maybe be able to get back to normal. We never know what's going to happen next week.
What is normal?
We're like, do. No, I just decided to do something else cool, because we just like to do random stuff. So anyway, I'm going to pull up the cards that you trust, that this is an improv conversation that me and Terry have every week. Every week, improv. So you're doing the Energies Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor.
Yeah.
She looks like she's shooting a basketball, Terry.
Well, it's her sphere of light. It's her energy light, right?
She's setting that up for a 3-point.
She's setting it out, yeah. So the first card we got was the Magician and the Mirror. So it's interesting that, we're just talking about that identity, right? What are we got? What are we seeing in the mirror? How can we change? We've got, you've got the fire and the water. You've got the yin and the yang. This is what the magician is holding. And we're right there in the middle. Who are we and who do we want to become? We can make those choices. So it's interesting at this time of year, like, and I just want to interject here. The thing I find about Chinese New Year, for me, it's really the beginning of the year for me, because come January, it's the end of a calendar year, and you've got your Christmas and all that stuff. It's all that carryover. But when it comes to the Chinese New Year, it really feels that it's a time for a fresh start. So with this being the year of the snake, and just shedding all of that old skin, and then to pull up this card is like, wow, the magician and the mirror is like, we can look in the mirror and we can see a reflection of who we are and who we've been, but we can also look in that mirror and see potential of who we want to become. And so we're at that precipice now of saying, well, I can balance. I've got the yin and I've got the yang, and I can now choose what I want to, how I want to go forward in this next cycle of time. So, we just went through the planetary alignments, and I think there's another planetary alignment coming. So and we're into the age of Aquarius. So we're in this shift. And so we're being pulled along. We're being pulled into this shift, whether we want to be or not. So how are we going to make the best of it? Are we going to allow ourselves to shift and become a better or a different version of ourselves? Like Terri 2.0, Erica 2.0, just moving into that next aspect of who we are, and knowing that we have the wisdom that we've gained, and we can pull the wisdom with us, but we don't have to be anchored in the past. And, then did you want to say anything about that?
No.
Okay. So then the next card is the world. And if you see that that person is looking out on the world, when even in the tarot, when you see the world, what is it telling you? It's everything is before you. You can create whatever it is that you want to create. And, we can be tied to the past, but we can also take that energy from the past and then just move it out, and just see that there's all kinds of opportunities out there that sometimes we don't see because we're too busy worrying about what happened 3 years ago that we can't change. But if we take that energy and just bring it forward, then we're going to see that there's things that we hadn't even anticipated that are just on the horizon that we can strive for. And maybe ask yourself, what is it that I want to create in my life? And gosh, the vision board class coming up on Saturday is a great way to just like discover those aspects of yourself. What is it that I want to create in my life? Who do I want to be? Who can I strive to be? There's opportunities for us to make those to change our skin, to move forward in a way that we may not have anticipated that we could have moved forward. And then then the last card is community. And this is like the Three of Cups in the tarot. It's like we do have community around us, and these people in this particular card, they're in a very joyful place. They're enjoying their time. And I think we have people around us, whether we are in a physical community or whether we're in this virtual community, we have people that, a lot of people feel alone, but all you need to do is reach out, and there are people who are willing to be part of and to invite you into the community. So there's opportunities for us to expand ourselves and expand our horizons. So I think, with this as a new year of the snake reading, it's just telling us that we have the magic within us to create a world that we do have community, that we do have opportunities to become more than we were before.
And that's,
Okay.
gonna be.
I'm not hearing you. This happens to me all the time.
It's okay. I can hear me. I think I can hear me. So anyway, so everything is just based on how we view our opportunities. And I think for me, I've seen some of the ways where I've been surviving and keeping a positive perspective, but maybe not necessarily healing. But so just remembering the importance of going back and really getting to some root causes of why do we do this? Why do we act like this? Why is this bothering me? Why is this one thing standing out or not changing in my life? And understanding, like, though I've built like walls around these parts to cope with these things that have happened in the past, it still is something that has to be healed. Like, I still have to go underneath the surface. Like, I got this hard layer of skin. And this was literally a part of our conversation in class today, because the organ that we talked about today was the skin. And it was like literally discussing rough parts of your skin that are built up to survive or to protect you in certain situations. But rather than just keeping those walls and acting like the pain underneath doesn't exist, is to actually address it, like get to the root of why your skin has become thick. Why have you had to build the walls? And that way you can be more flexible in how you deal with people, because the walls aren't allowing you to get closer to people, to connect with people, and to feel as deeply, because you put those walls up. And so this was a part of the class today, was how thick the skin can get to protect you. And yes, it's there to protect you, but you don't just leave the skin thick and ignore what's underneath it. You have to get to the root of why the skin had to get thick. And so this was part of our conversation today, is getting underneath your skin, because people can get under your skin, right? And it can cause rashes and irritations. And so we were just learning all about these amazing ways how your body can react to show you that I don't like this. And you can ignore it, but the body doesn't. The body keeps count, the body keeps the score. So it's amazing. So definitely reach out. That class is, oh my God, I bet you I don't even have it downloaded anywhere so I could show you a picture of it.
Oh, you do? You posted it on Telegram.
Oh, I forgot. Here, I can share the screen. Duh. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, okay, so I can share the screen. Yeah. Terri will be there this weekend. Some other people will be there this weekend. You'll get a copy of the book, the vision board book that I wrote, and then you'll get worksheets. And people will say, oh, do you need supplies? And it's really, you don't need supplies, because this isn't a class that's based on just sitting around cutting out pictures. This really is about your mindset. It's about self-limiting beliefs. It's about now going through the categories of your life and trying to pinpoint what it is that you want to accomplish in the next 6 months to a year. And then getting to understand your why, because once you understand your why, now you have a reason to push, so it's a lot more mindset. It's a lot more digging to find out what really matters in your life. And if you don't get this, what would it mean? If you do get it, who will it change? Who would it help? who would it affect and how would it affect you? So there's a lot more mindset things, things addressing vibration and how you function. So it's not like a typical vision board class where most people have. This is really more, I would say, more like a healing at the same
Mhm.
time, right?
and,
Um,
and an exploration.
and an exploration
Mhm.
of, and then a guide to getting it done, like truly,
Yeah.
truly getting it done. And we will introduce the Bourgeois map so that you can have some little cheats around the house that help you with the actual energy in your home that'll help support your goals and stuff like that. So it's going to be different, not the typical class.
Mhm.
And yeah, we hope that you hang out with us. And
Mhm.
then I will show you Terry's site. And of course, Terry does the vision.
So, what time is this on Saturday, and Erica?
Saturday, it is 1 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Is it still sharing? Yeah,
What?
1 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
And I'll put the link in the description to
Okay.
here.
Okay. And yeah, so they can go on Eventbrite and order
Their ticket. Yeah, and invite whoever you want. Anybody's welcome. This isn't just, for the woo-woo. It's for everybody. If you want to make this year powerful,
right.
setting a date, setting a time, getting rid of thoughts that would normally stop you and say, this is to this and this is to that. Yeah. So we'll be ready for you. It's going to be a really cool class. On the bottom, I hope you see there's Terry's site. Literally, that's what Terry does, is help you see, right?
Mm. Yep. And different ways of work. I've been working with. I've done a couple this week, and journeys of soul journeys, and they've been. It's always. I love doing it with people because it opens them up to their higher self, and the visions that they see or the things that they come into are like just amazing for them. And I'm so honored to be a guide to help them to for that self realization.
All right. So got a busy day tomorrow.
That's right. And tomorrow on Tuesday, I'll do some readings on our Telegram channel on Women of the Stars. So I'll be on there probably around 12:30 or so Eastern time, and I'll
Yeah.
read about an hour.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, we'll
okay.
see you next time. We're going to end and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.